With us now, former Ambassador at Large and Coordinator for Counterterrorism, Nathan Sales. Ambassador Sales, good to see you again. As we watch the skies over Jerusalem now, and as Israeli air defenses take down most of those drones, it is a pretty extraordinary system the Israelis have. But there is always the danger of something, in particular a ballistic missile would be the most dangerous, I guess, from Iran, getting through. And that would be a game changer if it was to cause casualties.
Well, that's right, Jonathan. The Israelis are as good as anybody in the world at defending their people from ballistic missiles or drones or cruise missiles or what have you. But no system is perfect. There's always the risk that something's going to get through. And I think that's actually why you saw such an aggressive campaign to target not just Iran's nuclear facilities, but also to target military facilities as well. It was an attempt, I think, to make it much harder. The decapitation strikes were an attempt to make it much harder for Iran to immediately respond with retaliation of its own. So fingers crossed, the Israelis are really good at this, and God willing, the Americans and regional partners are helping too to take down these incoming drones, but no system is ever perfect.
And, Mr. Ambassador, we're hearing from the IDF that the Israeli military destroyed dozens of radars and surface-to-air missile launchers in Iran, and that Mossad was heavily involved in this and had a lot of weaponry inside Iran just waiting to launch these attacks. This really was a quite extraordinary operation.
The Israelis have spent the past year plus putting on a masterclass. You know, it started with their dismantling of Hamas and Hezbollah, those two Iran-backed terrorist groups, with the Grim Beeper operation, with those explosive pagers, and now seeing the Israelis reportedly locating sophisticated weapon systems inside Iran, right under the mullahs' noses, to carry out an operation like this. Mossad is going to be teaching graduate-level seminars in tradecraft for years to come based on what we've seen today.
And where do you think we go from here? How long does this last, do you believe, until Israel achieves what is its stated objective of destroying Iran's nuclear capability and its potential?
Well, I don't think we know. I think we need to let the dust settle from this first several rounds of attacks. The Israelis will do a BDA, a battle damage assessment, to assess what they got and what remains. The Iranians have been afraid that this attack could come for years, for decades, actually. And so they've taken steps to protect their nuclear weapons program and nuclear facilities from exactly these sorts of attacks. So we're going to have to wait a bit to see if the Israelis were able to degrade it to the level that they need. Because, like, as President Trump has said, the Iranians can't have a nuclear weapons program. We tried it the easy way. We tried it through negotiations. The Iranians were dragging their feet. So now we tried it the hard way. Time will tell how much they got and how much longer the Israelis need to reduce it to zero.
Yeah, and it appears those planned talks between the U.S. and Iran that were scheduled for this weekend are perhaps unsurprisingly off now. So it is over to Israel to continue with this military pressure. Ambassador Sales, wonderful to talk to you again. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.